There's someone in your life who can make you doubt your own memory in under 60 seconds. They don't even have to try that hard. One weird comment, one, "I never said that," and suddenly you're standing there like, did I just black out and write fan fiction about my own life? You probably told yourself, I'm just too sensitive, or maybe my memory actually sucks. Cool. Except that's not what's happening. The real switch flips in the first few minutes of the conversation. Before you even finish explaining your side, your brain already picked a team, and 90% of the time, it picks the wrong one. Here's what nobody tells you about gaslighting. Your brain runs two modes that straight up cannot be open at the same time. Mode 1. I know what I experienced. Mode 2. Maybe I'm the problem. The second mode is louder, faster, and comes with free anxiety. And most people are accidentally turning it on before the conversation even gets weird. Not because they're weak, because of 7 tiny, completely normal things they do in almost every single talk with this person. None of them look dramatic. All of them are quiet little betrayals to your own brain. And yeah, I'm going to tell you to stay until habit number 4, because that one is literally recommended by every Communication is Key account on the internet. And it's low-key training you to lose every argument in advance. But first, be honest with yourself right now. Do you ever walk away from a conversation thinking, wait, was that even real? Do you catch yourself saying, maybe I remembered it wrong, even when you're pretty sure you didn't? Do you apologize for stuff you didn't do, just so the vibe can go back to normal? Do you low-key dread bringing things up because you already know how it's going to get flipped on you? If 2 or more of those hit, yeah, you're doing the same 7 things. And again, not your fault. You just never got the manual. Drop in the comments real quick. What's the first thing you do the second they start twisting something you said? I actually read these. All right, let's talk about what's actually going on in your head. Your brain is basically running 2 apps that hate each other. One's called My Reality. The other's called Their Version. Now with extra guilt. They cannot both be open without your mental battery dying in 11 minutes. When Their Version wins, you start doing this weird thing where you become the unreliable narrator of your own life. And the wild part? Gaslighting loves people who are actually really empathetic and self-aware. It feeds on that. So every time you do one of these 7 habits early in the conversation, you're basically handing the app permissions to the wrong program. Let's go through them. Habit number 1. The second something feels off, you immediately go ask them what really happened. Phone's already in your hand. You're typing, "Hey, just to clarify," like it's an emergency. Or you're replaying their message in your head on loop like it's going to confess. Here's the problem. Your brain sees uncertainty and it panics. It wants the discomfort to stop. So it grabs the nearest explanation, which is usually the one the other person just gave you. Congratulations. You just let them install the patch notes for your memory. Psychologists have looked at this. The faster you go to the source of the confusion for clarification, the faster your own confidence tanks. It's like Googling your symptoms, and the first result is WebMD telling you it's probably cancer. Fix is stupid simple. Don't ask them anything for the first 30 minutes. Just sit with your version. Let it be messy. Your brain will survive. Habit number 2. You accept their explanation before you even check what you actually felt. They say something. Your chest does that little something's wrong thing. And before you can even finish the thought, you're already going, oh, maybe I overreacted. It feels mature. It feels fair. It also feels like you just chugged their narrative while your own brain was still buffering. Your feelings were giving you data. You ignored the data and took their word for it instead. That's how you end up gaslit and also confused why you feel weirdly empty afterward. The fix. Before you accept anything they say, spend 60 seconds naming what you actually experienced. Out loud if you have to. Okay, I remember X happening and I felt Y. Then you can listen to their version without immediately surrendering. Habit number 3. You try to figure it out completely by yourself. You don't tell anyone. You just sit in your room replaying the conversation like it's a crime scene, and you're both the detective and the suspect. The problem is, your brain never gets any external light on the situation. It's just you and their version bouncing around in your skull. Of course, it starts feeling more real than yours. People who actually say what happened out loud to one safe person recover their sense of reality way faster. It's not even about getting advice. It's about hearing your own voice say the truth in a room that isn't controlled by them. Do that within the first hour. It resets something. Habit number 4. You try to see it from their side first. This is the one that makes me actually mad. Every therapist on TikTok, every "be the bigger person" post, every "healthy relationships require empathy" video, they all say the same thing. Try to understand where they're coming from. Cool. Now you're over here doing emotional parkour while they're just sitting there casually editing reality like it's a Google Doc they have full access to. You start carrying their possible reasons, their stress, their childhood, their bad day. And somewhere in the middle of all that, your own memory gets smaller and smaller. There's actual research on this. People who default to understanding the other person's perspective before anchoring their own experience lose trust in themselves faster. Empathy isn't the problem. Doing it first when the other person is playing a completely different game is the problem. Fix. Say your version out loud, or write it, before you open the door to theirs. Same conversation, different order, completely different result. Habit number 5. You try to fix it immediately. The second it gets weird, you're already going, "Wait, no, let me explain." Or, "I'm sorry if I made you feel." You're trying to close the gap as fast as possible because the discomfort feels unbearable. But that gap? That's where your brain was still processing. The second you rush in with an apology or a 400-word explanation, you slam the window shut. You just taught your brain that their comfort is more important than your clarity. Most people have never once given themselves 10 quiet minutes to sit in the confusion without trying to resolve it. Try it. It's uncomfortable as hell. And that's kind of the point. Habit number 6. You just sit with it. Conversation ends. You stay on the couch, or in bed, or in the group chat. You don't move. You just let the confusion marinate. Meanwhile, your brain is still trying to solve it by making you doubt yourself more, because that's the only variable it can control. People who do literally anything physical after these conversations, even a stupid 10-minute walk, report way less leftover self-doubt later. Movement tells your nervous system, "We're not in danger anymore." Sitting there tells it the opposite. Habit number 7. You already enter the conversation in survival mode. You see their name pop up, and your nervous system goes, "Oh great, here we go again." Heart rate's already up. Shoulders are already tense. You're preloading arguments and apologies before they even say anything. Your brain is not in figure out what's true mode. It's in how do I not get destroyed mode. And when you're already in that state, even small twists hit like truck. You start negotiating with reality instead of protecting it. Now here's the part that actually matters. None of these 7 habits were dramatic. None of them looked like abuse. They were all tiny little signals you kept sending your own brain. And your brain just did what brains do. It listened. So here's the new operating system. 7 steps. You can run most of them in the first hour after a conversation goes sideways. Step 1. Don't ask them anything for 30 minutes. Let your memory exist without their input. Step 2. Say or write what you actually experienced and felt. First, before their version gets anywhere near you. Step 3. Tell one safe person what happened. Not to get advice. Just to hear yourself say it out loud, somewhere they don't control. Step 4. Move your body for 10 to 15 minutes. Walk, pace, whatever. Your brain needs the signal that the threat is over. Step 5. If you have to respond, wait at least 90 minutes. Let your nervous system come down from red alert. Step 6. When you do talk, start with your evidence. Not with, "Maybe I misunderstood." Step 7. Do one small thing that makes your reality feel real again. Write it down somewhere permanent. Tell someone else. Take one action that proves to your brain, this actually happened. That's it. You're not crazy. You're not too sensitive. Your brain isn't broken. It was just running on software updates written by someone who benefits when you doubt yourself. Change the signals you send it, and it will start running different code. Next time it happens, try just one of these steps. Anyone. Then come back in a week and tell me which one felt the most stupidly effective. I actually read every comment. If this made you go, "Oh, that's why I've been feeling insane," drop a like and subscribe. We do this every week. Real psychology, no corporate therapy voice, no bullshit. And if you want the deeper version on how this stuff actually rewires your brain over months and years, that video's right here. See you in the next one.